Well, I guess it's going to be easy to prove he's not human now.
Yeah.
Theo, you can roll for either brawl or dodge in order to avoid the attack that is coming straight for you.
Lovely. Oh, God. I'm gonna do my dodge.
Okay.
Doing great.
Sweeney's arms that come from inside of his body all have either claws or pieces of jagged metal coming out of them, and you have 4 of these planted in your chest right now. And
Ow.
you take 6 points of damage, and you are pushed back against the back wall, actually the window. And the window cracks under the impact, but you're still inside of the room, and you have let go of Sweeney because your arms are also hurt. And Sweeney starts to walk towards the exit, and that's the end of his turn. Oliver, it's your initiative now. What do you do?
I'm going to say, for I may never go astray on the path where there is no return, and then I'm going to stand in front of him. If you lose your LP in the unconscious line, immediately regain 4 LP, which I assume is life points?
Yeah, life points. So you're trying to block his way. He doesn't have any more actions this turn, so he's not going to be able to move you out of the way just yet. Philip, it's your turn. What do you do?
Fuck it. I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm just gonna take a shot.
Just one shot?
I'll take 2 shots.
Empty your gun.
Drawing your gun is an action, and taking 2 shots would mean that both shots are at -6.
Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, we'll give it a try. I'm injured anyway, it'll make sense. Oh, shit.
Roll 1d10, and if you roll 2 or higher, you successfully shoot him once.
Dang!
D10 or a D12?
A d12. I meant a d12. That is a success. You shoot in one of his extra arms, which promptly flops down and stops moving.
And due to my aura, I do +1 damage to all attacks.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you actually dealt 5 damage. All right. It's Elliot Ness's turn. He is still in the living room, and he is going to take out his gun and ask, "Is everything all right in there?" And that's the end of his action. Stefan, it's your turn. What do you do?
Do we hear it because we are in a room with Miss Wozniak?
You hear some commotion because Philip getting thrown across the room.
Make some sound.
Make some noise.
I will get up from my chair and turn to Miss Wozniak and I will say, "It seems that your creation show up his real face, and I will take her arm and try to drag it with me into the room where they're fighting."
Alright. Do you untie her?
Yeah.
That is going to take your turn, but she follows you without any problems. Eric, it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna leave the room where I am. I'm gonna head towards Ness and say, "Follow me." But I'm gonna grab him by the arm and I'm gonna head outside and I'm gonna say him, "Let's make sure it doesn't exit. Can you call for backup?"
Yes, I'll call for backup. Hold it here. And he leaves.
No, I'm leaving with him to check the outside door. Does he have a radio or something?
Nope. 1938.
A phone? Is there a phone in the lobby?
Yeah, he can go and call for backup. He needs to go to the lobby.
Okay, my plan is we call for backup and then we go outside and make sure that whatever is inside cannot exit without us to see it.
Okay. So you start going towards the main desk with Elliot Ness, and you're going to call for backup. It's Edward Sweeney's turn. Oliver, are you standing in front of him in the sense that you're not going to dodge his attacks, or are you still going to try to defend yourself?
I am trying to stop him from being able to leave.
Okay. Roll for either brawl or dodge.
I don't think I'd say dodge this time, because that implies getting out of the way. So it means I'm probably going to fail it. Or I could roll 12.
Ooh, nice. Now, you need to roll a second 12, and after that, a 1 if you want to roll higher than him?
Nope.
Alright. So, multiple of his arms move to stab you. You can feel that his attacks are calculated in the sense that he stabs you in 4 multiple organs with his 4 attacks.
Ouch.
And if it wasn't for karma, you'd be dying. But you still take 6 points of damage, and since you're not fused, that means you're wounded and you have a -3 to all of your actions starting now.
Ooh.
Until you heal.
What does fused mean again?
Fused is when you have completed your work in white, your work in black, and your work in red. It gives you double life points, and it means you cannot die even if you're out of life points, as long as your head isn't cut. And the only 2 of you who are fused are Philip and Stefan.
Alright, so I have the first column of each of the lifelines.
Exactly. You have 4 life points per line.
When do we heal these?
The bruised take 1 hour to heal each if all of the wounded are healed. The wounded take a day to heal each if you haven't checked any unconscious. And the unconscious take, I think, a week each, which is why karma is really helpful, because each point of karma allows you to heal 4 points of damage. Dark karma can heal unconscious and wounded lines, and light karma can heal the bruised and wounded lines.
Alright. And I took 2 with the fight with the dog, but those would have been...
Yeah, they've been
healed.
erased by now, yes.
And then I took the 4 from falling down the chute, right?
Yes. Would you have spent 1 point of light karma to heal that?
I hadn't, no.
Then you had only healed 1 point. So right now that brings all of your total wounds to 9, and you fall unconscious. And because you had activated a verse to heal you, you regain 4 life points immediately. So you are currently at 5 damage, which means you're still wounded.
Alright.
What do you do then?
Oh yeah, it's my turn. I'm going to use that last point of light karma to use that verse again.
Okay.
So for I may never go astray on the path where there is no return.
You can feel the karma pulling through your body and ensuring that you will not fall unconscious, that you will not die. And you're given just a bit of hope as Sweeney takes out his blade and prepares to attack once more. Philip, it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna take 2 more shots at him, man. I'm just gonna do that.
How many?
2 more.
You're at -3 each.
Okay. Ah!
No such luck. You shoot him twice, and I think it's because of the horror of just facing something that looked human a couple of minutes ago and is clearly not anymore. And you're just shooting the wall around him. Elliot is running towards the desk. Stefan, you're in the living room. I think you can, if you want, open the door to the bedroom.
I will say to Miss Wozniak, now look at your creation in its pure light and help us. And also, I will say, as I pluck the eye of the Jesus as he hangs on the cross. This is the last words.
So you point at him with a crooked finger, and you say the verse, and what happens is that the wounds that he already has from the gunshot, all of you can see that there are additional wounds that appear around the gunshot and that tear through his flesh. And those extra wounds look like they have been caused by the talons of a bird. Eric, you're still running. Michelle says, no, stop the violence to her son. But he doesn't seem to hear. And in his turn, I am going to declare 3 attacks on Oliver. So roll for dodge or brawl 3 times.
I am actually going to dodge this time. So my first one is 20.
Okay, you dodge the first one. You do not dodge the second attack. You get hit. So this turn, he attacks you 3 times, and you manage to evade one of his attacks, but you get stabbed just so many times that you take a total of 12 points of damage. It's not including the fact that you heal 4 points thanks to your verse, so you only take 8 points of damage. Are you dead?
Yes.
Okay. And Edward Sweeney strides confidently over your body and is now standing in front of Stefan and says, "Out of my way."
Oh god.
Philip, it's your turn. One of you know that Oliver has not completed his work in red yet, which means that if he took too many attacks, he would die, even in a member. What do you do now?
Can I just straight up run up and try and tackle and restrain Sweeney?
Yes, you can roll for brawl. The problem is that a normal person, you'd be able to restrain them, but with Sweeney, he has extra arms. If you want to efficiently stop him from moving completely, your brawl will be at a -3, and you need to roll higher than his own brawl. But because he is not facing you, and he also has a disadvantage.
Okay. That one. I have such a good bonus to it.
You manage to grab him by 2 arms, but the problem is that like his other arms just grab yours and move them away. Stefan, it's your turn. What do you do?
I will use my last dark karma point to do the talons again, as I pluck the eye of the Jesus as he hangs on the cross.
As you finish saying the words, Sweetie is just staring at you with a smile, and the wounds grow even more on his body and reach the place where his heart is. And he is moving towards you, and he collapses on the ground and stops moving.
Nice. I will just put my leg on its body and just see if he's all gone. Like, I will try to kick him a little bit to see if he gets any response.
Okay, you can roll for medicine to try to determine if he is still in an undead state.
Yeah, 16.
You look at him and you see that his heart has been damaged enough to end his state of undeath, and he is gone. All of you see Michelle coming towards him and holding him in her arms and sobbing and say, "What did you do to yourself?" Then there's a pause, and she's holding her child who looks nothing like a human anymore. And she sees Oliver on the ground, and she moves her hand towards him. And both Philip and Stefan, you can roll for clairvoyance.
Oliver, are you ready to become an undead?
If I become a crazy undead monster like this guy, this game's gonna get so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Not that it's not interesting.
12.
Okay, both of you succeed enough that you don't see karma in the way you usually perceive it, but instead, both of you are going to hear the sound of bubbling and feel intense heat coming from Michelle Wozniak, and there's a red aura that reminds you of lava. And the sound of bubbling sounds like lava too. And both of you are going to smell something, a smell that reminds you of death. And both of your characters have had loved ones who have died. So, Stefan, what is the smell that you're smelling right now that reminds you of death?
Something rotten. Like the sulfur.
Okay, and Philip?
I smell hot, humid air with stale cologne.
I will yell at her, "Stop, don't do it yet."
Michelle does not stop what she's doing, and after a couple of seconds, Oliver, you take in a deep breath, and you are back among the living, and you have 5 life points.
Do you have a desire to kill something?
Not particularly. And in the meantime, Eric and Elliot, you have reached the phone, and Elliot has called the station to come to this place. And you take defensive positions in the corridor, waiting for Sweetie to arrive, but he does not.
I will come out and I say, I think it's over for now. But we need to talk to Miss Wozniak to see how many people she have raised.
Just give me a sec. There's a dog. Oh, by the way, too late. I was gonna show you because the dog I live with is the one that I drew, and I used her image for Mrs. Ruffles.
You live with the armed dog.
Yeah,
so-
Bring the Miss Ruffle back again.
Charlie!
Summon her.
Oh my god, I had no idea. Oh my god.
um,
So, should we be concerned that you were quite happy to kill the dog you live with?
what you don't understand, Matt, is that I'm happy to kill anything that's in my role-playing games.
That's rude.
Including you, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I found that out.
Michelle, once she's done bringing you back, she tells you, welcome back. And then she has this moment where she seems like she's hesitating between talking with you and accompanying you through what you're going through right now and just holding her other son. And she just doesn't say anything and weeps.
Alright, I'm gonna mumble under my breath. Great, now I'm going to start murdering people.
No, it's different for everyone.
I'm sorry, did I say something out loud? That wasn't intentional.
In the background of this scene, you're going to start hearing sirens. What are your characters doing?
I will turn to Miss Wozniak and say, are you a reason one?
Yes,
How many people have you raised like this?
I have brought 27 soldiers back. But I won't let you get to them. They didn't all take the war back with them like my Edward.
They can turn
How
into
do
a
you
monster
know?
like Edward and the dog we met.
And
Edward-
you did this without you even being fully aware of it, or at least you were in denial. How do you know the rest of them aren't doing the same?
Because I have never hurt anyone. I've only ever tried to heal all of the violence that we cause.
When you are a living person, you can be healed. That cannot be healed. They can be only resurrected, and that's not a good thing, as you see.
You know, that's your opinion. I don't mind this all that much now that I think about it. But, you know, everyone's welcome to their own opinion. If you don't mind, please don't kill me in my sleep.
It's a fair request.
What does Sweeney looks like actually?
He still looks like a human who has his chest open with a few extra arms popping out of it.
That's not good.
Yeah.
And there are brains attached inside of his lungs that have been stitched to the rest of his flesh, one brain for each arm.
Jesus.
I will ask Miss Wozniak if this form is usual for the people that she brings back from it.
No, he must have modified himself. Those brains, he must have taken them from people to make himself more...
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Everything fits now, yeah.
Oh no! Oh.
I don't know what to do myself. I'm just gonna look at Ness and say, maybe start another fire.
There are people in this building.
Really?
We're in it.
Yeah, I know, but we're gonna leave. There's don't tell me there's staff and customer in this hotel.
There are.
They didn't left with the gunshot and fight.
Some people would have left because of the gunshot.
We need to cover this thing with arms and brains and the hell are those.
It's okay. All of you, take care of this. I'm going to go outside and take care of the police who are coming. And he starts to leave the room. And he has this stare in his eyes that he had the morning he burned down Kingsbury.
Yeah, he'll bring us all.
Before he can leave, I just grab him by the shoulder and I say, what do you plan on telling them?
I'm going to do what I should have done when I first found out that there were problems in the police. I'm going to take care of everything that's wrong with how much we fucked up this investigation.
And what does that entail? You're not going to go burning another part of
No.
town, are you?
No, I'm going to fire everyone who messed up this investigation.
Don't fire them. Teach them.
Like go over the
Teach
shoulder
them.
and...
You are also now wiser in the last couple of days than you were before, so use that to teach them and show them the proper ways.
Are you sure? Including Obono?
No.
No, probably.
No!
Those who did minor mistakes.
Alright.
Miss Wozniak, I will ask her, is Judge alive?
His cousin? Yes.
Okay.
At least I don't think he's done anything to him. And she goes to the broken window and she looks outside, and you can see the police cars arriving and the judge is with them. And she tells you, I can sense that he is a living person. And Elliot Ness is standing in front of the workforce and he says, we have to do better. We were given the task of catching a murderer and we failed. I only came close to finding our man thanks to people outside of the force who helped me. We failed as a police force and we will keep failing if we do not change. Obono, you drunken fool, you cared more about being a hero than you did about catching the right person. You let your pride take control, and now you've killed an innocent man just to get the station to see you as a good police officer. Next time, try to be a good person first. Hand over your badge and your gun. You're dismissed and under arrest. Joseph, you used your position of power to extort money from civilians. You promised them protection from the murderer to steal from them, and you thought we wouldn't do anything about it because admitting you were a criminal would make the force look worse when we needed to show a good image to the public. Well, no more. You're dismissed and under arrest. Martin, you cared so much about your political career that you thought the police force was yours to command when we are supposed to serve the people. I swear that as long as people like you use your power to influence the force, justice will not be served. And me, I drank on the job despite fighting alcohol trade all of my life. I burned down Kingsbury Run in an uncalculated whim. Our actions have consequences, and I don't deserve to serve the state if I couldn't realize this sooner. I might have been a hero once, but not anymore. He takes his badge and his gun out, looks at them longingly for a moment and says, we have to be better, because if we let our pride, greed, careers, and our troubles influence how we act when we wear the badge, then we are not agents of the law working for the people. We're just a bunch of guys with guns who serve the state. And he lets the badge and the gun fall to the ground with an expression of disgust. But before they can touch the ground, they stop in midair, and everything around you freezes. Time stops. This memory has come to an end. And Apollo enters the room and says, well, he's never done this when I went through this memory. Congratulations, you passed this test.
Apollo, just a question. Am I actually dead?
Apollo looks at you and you can see that they are using their clairvoyance. And they say, if you had died, your Archon and your Diva would have moved on. But they didn't. Apparently, whatever saved you did it in a short enough amount of time that you never actually truly died.
I'm just gonna look and say, what happened in that room? Where is he talking about being dead? I was not inside the room.
Well, I mean, there was this giant monster, and the only two people that helped out in the fight were the old professor and Philip, and then I died. Well, I guess I didn't die? I don't know. It's really confusing.
True colors were shown in that room, and I'm glad it's over.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to be a part of this story, we are currently looking for more players and game masters to play new games in this setting and on this channel. You can also be a part of the story by having your face added to the cast of characters. I draw all of the images for this game, and you can commission me to make you into an NPC. If you like the style and you want a drawing like that of yourself, or if you want to contribute to the project, you can contact me through the links in the description. Finally, if you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.